Today, we're going to get to see one of my favorite things, which is when we get to see like a conversation between Moses and God. So I'm going to not talk a lot. I'm going to get right into it. So we are following along with Joshua. We are in Numbers 27, right? And let's just find out what God and Moses are talking about here. And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up unto this Mount Abram, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou shalt also be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes, that is the water of Meribah and Kadesh, in the wilderness of Zin. So it's actually a tough conversation, right? God is saying to Moses, hey, just as your brother sinned against me, right? You did the same. So what's going to happen next is going to be because of that. And so notice that God phrases it that way. He talks about, hey, this is kind of what's happened, right? This is what's going to go next. But he hasn't quite told Moses. But they're such close friends that listen how Moses really understands what's going to happen next, because Moses' reply is really what God is saying. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of flesh, set a man over the congregation. So Moses is aware, because he knows God so well, which is another product of intimacy, that God is saying, hey, you're not going to lead these people anymore. Because of what you've done in the past, we're not going to have you do it moving forward. And so that's when he says, hey, put someone else over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep, which have no shepherd. So Moses says, hey, these people are going to need someone to watch over them. So let's get them someone. And the Lord said unto Moses, here's where Joshua pops up, because remember, Joshua comes up in interesting places. And up until this point, Joshua has been working, he's been studying. He hasn't always been perfect. He's taken feedback, he's taken submission. But God has really said, hey, this imperfect man is the one that I'm going to have lead us forth. And this is where God says that. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and laying thine hands upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him charge in their sight. So God says, hey, Joshua is going to lead. He's the one I've chosen to go forward. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of Urim before the Lord. At his word shall they go out, and at his word shall they come in, both he and all the children of Israel, with him even all the congregation. And as Moses did, the Lord commanded him, and he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hands upon him, and gave him charge as the Lord commanded by the hands of Moses. So this is the man that Joshua has become through battle, through time with God, through waiting, through patience, through correction, through submission, through leadership, through all of it. Through that intimacy with God, we now see that God has selected Joshua to lead us forth as we continue on from Numbers 27. All right, happy Sunday. Charging at Cheesman. Happy Sunday.